I'm just trying to do some hard maths to work out how many stitches to create for my Just Feel Festive shawl. And I'm using this one, which I made with some Halloween yarn. I know that each of these stripes was made out of a 20-gram mini, so I've got 8 rows out of 20 grams. So I should be able to get, I've got 10-gram minis, and I should be able to get 4 rows out of the 10-gram mini. And I'm going to do a mini alternated with a stripe of green in between. So I'm just trying to work out how many I need to chain on to start the whole thing off. Now this was 2 skeins of 4-ply in the green colour, and then 10 20-gram minis, and it's massive, it's really long. It doesn't need to be as big as that, but I do want it to be as big as it can be. So I'm using 100-gram skein of my Glossy Leaves colourway, and then 24 of these. So I think I'm going to count how many I chained on, how many clusters across, and how many rows. I'm going to be able to do 4 of those. That's going to be 10 grams. Then probably only 2 of the grit. Oh, it's going to hurt my head. Right. Okay. Hard maths a go. Hello everyone, I come to you from the car park outside Smith's Toys Superstore. Cosmo and Ivy have got a little bit of spending money and they wanted to come down here. Oh, look, I've got a new great big zit. Oh, well, never mind, worse things happen. Yeah, so we've had a few days since. I think it's the 29th today. So we've been busy, we've been out and about a lot. Today is our first complete chill, nowhere to be, nothing to do. So I called at, we've just driven down and went to, parked in the outskirts, walked to Dunelm because I meant to get that out actually. Let's see if I can reach it. Yes, I can. I got a bargain on Dunelm website and did click and collect. So I went to pick that up, and then Ivy wanted to exchange some stuff in Marks and Spencer's, and we needed some food from there, and Marks and Spencer's, or Marks and Sparks, because we call it that too. If you've been watching Ali from This Little Wonderful Life, she's been talking about Marks and Sparks and how that's their family nickname for it. It's ours too. Sometimes we call it Sparks and Mensa because that's what Johnny sometimes says. Anyway, yeah, went to Dunelm, then to Marks's, and then we've come to Smith's so that Cos can spend a sizable amount of Christmas money, and Ivy's got a little bit left from some exchanges, well, some returns she's just had to do, so yeah. Anyway, I got some spring bedding. It should have been £24, but I got it for 12, and it's just like nice patchworky design. I used to have some really nice hexagonal patchworky bedding in very similar colours to this, and it faded, so I'm really pleased that I managed to get that. 12 quid, what a steal, what a steal. And then in Marks and Spencer's I treated myself, which means I treated myself in Derbyshire, to this lovely green cardigan, and it's viscose blend, so it's like it'll be good for spring and summer, but it'll also be good as a layering piece for winter. And it's just ribbed all over, got little buttons down the front, round neck, and that was quite reasonable, so I was pleased with that. And then Ivy's making a spicy bean potato topped casserole thing for tea, that's from one of her, a new cookbook that the Stardew Valley cookbook she asked for Christmas. So we got the ingredients for that, and then I had a look at the Christmassy bits and bobs. My word, there's not a lot left, but I did manage to get some more gingerbread syrup in the sale. I think that was £1.75, not bad at all. And then also, I couldn't believe the price of this, Merry Berry cherry jam for £1 with juicy raspberries and cranberries. I'm looking forward to trying that. So there's my little mini shopping trip haul, and I've let them both go into the toy shop without me because I didn't fancy wandering around there. So I brought my knitting with me. I've been working on my Just Feel Festive wrap for the last day, or well, I started it yesterday and then I was working on it quite a lot this morning. I'll show it to you later. But then I've also been doing a bit on these, which were my Christmas Eve cast on this year, and it's Snuggly Stars yarn in the Santa Baby colourway, I think. Let's have a look. Yes. Oh, Ivy's ringing me. Hang on. So, while I'm sitting here waiting and knitting away on my Sockington, I thought I would tell you about, sorry, I'm looking around because there are people. They're probably looking at me as if I'm a little bit loony. Do I care? No, I don't. Yeah, I thought I'd sit and tell you about the 2 new clubs that I'm going to be launching for next year. First and foremost, if you've had an invoice in the last couple of days, if you've been subscribing to either the Blanket or Sock Club for 2024, please just disregard that. I thought we'd turn them off. Obviously not, but we're going to go get that sorted out this afternoon. If you've had one, just ignore it. So for 2025, I'm going to be launching 2 new clubs. It will be a blanket club again and a sock club again. I have mentioned it briefly, but I'm going to tell you a bit more about it now. The main thing to note is that last year, the subscription was that you, the way the subscription worked was you got an email invoice every month and then you had to go and manually pay it. And I think that probably annoyed a lot of people, and it caused a lot of problems because the emails were meant to be automated and quite a few people would have to email me and I'd have to manually send them every month. So there was obviously some kind of glitch with that. So this time round, I think everybody would be happier, and it certainly make life easier for us if it's like a direct debit. So that's what we're going to do. Quite a few people said, can you not just take it from a bank account? So this year we're going to try that and see how it goes. Hopefully that'll make things a lot more streamlined for people. So the 2 clubs are going to be, the blanket club is going to be called Blooming Lovely, and that will still feature 4 20-gram DK mini skeins per month for 12 months of the year. And you can choose from either the Sparkle DK or the Classic DK Mini. And then each month is going to be inspired, the set is going to be inspired by a different plant or flower that's sort of, you know, related to that month, like flower of the month or plant of the month. And so it'll be a sort of a seasonal thing. So that's what that's going to be. And then each, you know, there'll be 4 different minis, all of them, you know, will sort of be in a certain colour wheel, and there'll also be an info card with an image to give you an idea of the inspiration of the colourways. So that's the blanket club. And then the sock club this year is based on the works of William Shakespeare. So each month it'll be the same thing again that we did last year. You'll get a 100-gram skein and a 20-gram coordinating mini, and that will be in either the classic sock or the sparkle sock, you can choose. Then you will get, did I just say info card? I probably did. You can get, and then you'll also get a progress keeper, which sort of applies to the theme as well. So yeah, I had real fun last year with the moon, well this year with the Moons of the Year sock club, finding charms and beads and things that sort of went with the colourway inspirations. So they're the 2 clubs, and they will be going live right at the beginning of January for you to subscribe to. I'll be putting the information up on Instagram as well, but I thought I'll just give you a little chitty chat about that whilst I'm sat here whiling away the time while they blow the money on toys. How have you been doing over the holiday season? Have you had a nice break? Has it been really busy? My days have been really chaotic, and I'm really enjoying just a bit of a slower pace, and I'm just going to focus on that. I have a few days to myself where I just knit and crochet, sit and chill, and sort of like prioritise my own well-being for a little bit before we hit the ground running again. The sun was out earlier here, but she seems to have gone behind the clouds again. But it was nice to see her for 5 minutes, and we've had a little bit of a leg stretch, so that's good. When I get home later, I'll show you the progress on my Just Feel festive wrap. I worked it out, I think, so I'm managing to get 2. I'm doing 2 stripes of green, and then out of each 10-gram mini I'm managing to get 5 granny stripes. So 7 repeats multiplied by 24, 7 rows. That'll be the full length of it. So I can work that out, get my tape measure out in a bit. But I'll show you that properly in a bit when I get home. I'll show you that. I'll show you my understated jumper, which I'm really enjoying as well. And I'll also show you what bits and bobs of sort of nitty, crafty stuff I got for Christmas as well. There's not loads. I got my Christmas Eve skein from Paula for next year. I got my Christmas Day skein that was part of my Yarn Badger, Advent, which was gorgeous. And then I got some Giddy yarns, which was a gift from my mum. And I'm going to be making a Whitmore out of that, but I'll show you all that. I don't know why I'm running on about it now, because I'm going to show you and talk about it in a bit when I get home. Stop blathering, Suzanne. Here's how my Just Feel festive wrap is going so far. I'm absolutely loving it. I'm at that point where I've got that many nice things I want to work on. I don't know which to do first. So I've got days 1 to 3 in there. And this is day 4. Obviously I need to do my green section. I've done 84 stitches chain on at the beginning. and then, which is what the pattern actually suggests, but that's meant to be for a DK weight. But I'm just doing that with the 4-ply. I know it'll be a bit narrower. And I'm using a Chowgu bamboo crochet hook. The size is, come on, 3.5 mil. It's really nice and comfy to hold, and it's got a steel hook. I've got those available in the Greenlambkin shop. And then we've got this sweet little marshmallow stack snowman, which was made by Chapel View Crafts, and it was a Christmas gift from Rachel at So Me. So I was working on that this morning, so I think I'm going to put that away for a bit and maybe do some more later on tonight. And now I'm going to knit on my jumper for a little bit. I keep wanting to say cardigan. I'll show you why. So here's my jumper. I've got it joined at either side underneath the armhole. There. And there. But it's still not joined together at the neck front because the decreases, it's such a low neckline that the decreases continue for a while. That's why I keep thinking cardigan rather than jumper, because it's open at the front still. It's curled right up, but I'm really enjoying it. These rows are really long now, but that's okay. It's not a race. I get it done when I get it done. I really ought to stop and do a bit of darning in, but I know I won't. Right, I think I'm going to go and sit with a nice cuppa and work on this for a bit now. See you soon. Well, good morning, everybody. It's now Monday the 30th. Put those out of reach so I couldn't get hold of them. I'm just dropping in to share a few crafty bits that I got for Christmas. So first of all, I got two, this is quite incredible, two cross-stitch kits from two separate people. They're obviously part of the same range. That's the word I was thinking of. And they're really adorable. So Paula got me this one. It reminds me of the baby sham deer. If you're of a certain age, you'll know what I'm on about. I'm just looking to see. It says West Design on the back. I don't know where this has come from. It comes with all the threads, the aider and the hoop to stitch it in and display it in. Doorcraft Simply Make, and it's called Retro Deer, and it was designed in the UK. So that's lovely. And then, amazingly, from my lovely friend Anna, who is also absolutely gorgeous, look, a robin. And they're going to look so cute together. Same size, same hoop, same everything. So I can stitch them both and then display them next to each other. Sort of like on a diagonal. Won't that be gorgeous? I'm such a lucky girl. The next thing that I opened on Christmas Day was from my Yarn Badger Advent socks. There was a skein to open for Advent and then another skein to open for Christmas Day. So if you bought the Lapland Adventure socks, Advent, and you haven't opened this yet. I'm sure you will have done, but if for whatever reason you haven't, just look away for 1 minute. I'll just show it and I won't describe it or anything. Okay, showing it now. Isn't that just gorgeous? Obviously, you know what that's inspired by. Sew Me, and that's on the sparkle sock. And then if you've been watching for a while, you will know that every year Paula and I gift each other a skein of yarn on Christmas, usually on Christmas Day. I think I gave Paula hers for her part of her advent this year because I also gave her some other yarn on Christmas Day. So yeah, but I opened this on Christmas morning and hilariously she bought me exactly the same yarn that I bought for her. So this is a new to me dyer, Lizzie Bird yarns. Look at the speckles in that. And it comes with a 20 gram contrasting mini. The main skein is sparkle, the mini isn't, but that's lovely. And it's 75 superwash merino, 20 nylon, 5 stellina, and then it also came with these really sweet progress keepers. And that's exactly the same. Oh, I've not told you the colourway. It's called Hollyberry. Isn't it beautiful? And the last crafty thing, it's a bit of a splurge, and this was my Christmas present from my mummy. She didn't pay for all of this, I did supplement it, but she gave me a lot towards it. Let's see if I can gather this together. Sunny, no, thank you very much. Right, here we go. Do you recognise this yarn? This is City Nights from Giddy Yarns. This was her Glasgow School of Yarn limited edition colourway for this year. I saw it on her vlog or podcast, one or the other, and fell completely in love with it. On the DK Neon Nep yarn. I mean, so it's 85% superwash merino, 15% Donegal Nep, 100 grams, 212 metres, and it's DK weight. I have 5 of them, and I'm going to be knitting my first ever Whitmore in it. Whitmore jumper, or sweater I think it's called, isn't it? Whitmore sweater, not cardigan. Although I'm quite tempted to do the cardigan. Now I've bought the sweater pattern, so I think that's what I'll do. But isn't this absolutely stunning? So I pre-ordered this after the Glasgow School of Yarn was over, and it got posted out in time for Christmas. So my mummy wrapped it up for me and it went under the tree. And I am extremely lucky and excited to knit this. But I have some other projects to finish first, don't I? So, yes, that was the main bit. I had the Chapel View Crafts little snowman progress keeper from Rachel, and there were lots of other bits in her box as well. Just lots of little lovely treats and things, hand creams and that kind of stuff. Oh, and a beautiful handmade elf girl made for me by Davina, which I'll show to you in a moment. Well, the sun is shining, so we're going to go and get a little bit of vitamin D while we can. So I'll see you in a bit. Good evening, everyone. I'm just popping in to say night-night. I'm settled down now with Karen from Thistleheart Creations. I'm looking at everything she's been making in December, all of it gorgeous. And I'm also just about to start working again on my jumper. So I've just gone into a new colour, and would you believe it that Tracy, the little monkey, has released all 25 colourways from this advent as full skeins. And I am so in love with so many of them, but this one here, this purpley mottledy one, it's called Mushroom Munchies, is my absolute favourite. And I am so seriously tempted to get myself some more of that for another jumper, because I just adore it so much. Look at it, it's beautiful. And this is the BFL base, and I think she only dyes on BFL. Pretty sure she has 4-ply, DK and Aran weight. I'm not sure whether she has chunky as well. Anyway, oh excuse me, I might have to ask for some for my birthday, because who doesn't want more of that in their life? I want more of all of it, let's be quite honest about things, but that colourway in particular, Mushroom Munchies, I loved this one as well. I loved them all. I loved this one, Fairy Freckles, I think that one was called. They've all got amazing names, and that's not to mention the ones that I've not got as far as using yet. Anyway, I'm going to stop prattling on. I'm going to say night-night, and I will see you all again, hopefully, for a podcast early in January. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you very soon. Ta-ta for now.